Secret double lives of Hells Angels biker gang members. The Hells Angels are one of the most scandalous and infamous motorcycle clubs. The club was founded in California in 1948 and has grown into a global organization with thousands of members in different countries all around the world. Despite the club's public image as a violent outlaw gang, many Hells Angels lead secret double lives outside their biker roles. This is CrimeFlicks, your number one stop for crime stories, personal lives. Outside of their professional lives, many members of the Hells Angels also lead secret double lives in their personal lives. And no, we don't mean they have a side hustle as a garbage man. Some members even maintain relationships with women who are not club members and hide their cycling lifestyle from their partners and their families. Regarding family life, the members of the Hells Angels are like no other. They may be married with children or single. However, gang membership can strain their family relationships, as the secrets and dangers associated with the lifestyle can be overwhelming for their relatives. In some cases, Hells Angels members would even encourage their children to follow in their footsteps and join the gang. It may have been a controversial decision, as the Hells Angels are considered by many to be a criminal organization that should be avoided at all costs. In some cases, this secrecy had a tragic consequence. One of the incidents happened in 2001. A woman named Daphne Gale Smith was murdered in California after discovering that her husband was a member of the Hells Angels and was involved in some drug trade. Smith allegedly threatened to expose her husband's involvement to the police, and her murder was seen as revenge for her alleged betrayal. Other members maintain secret families or have children from previous relationships that they hide from their club members. So the saying, "what happens in the club stays in the club," does not always apply. The secrecy may have been motivated by a desire to protect the family from reprisals or to maintain their independence from the club. In general, the personal lives of members of the Hells Angels are as diverse and complex as any other group. Although a gang may involve violent and criminal activities, it is essential to remember that not all members are involved. After all, they have unique stories and experiences, and everyone can decide how they want to see the Hells Angels and its members. Oh, but you better watch out. It can even be the friendly old grandpa from down the street. Professional lives. Contrary to popular belief, not all Hells Angels members are unemployed or involved in illegal activities. Many members hold regular jobs, and some even work in law enforcement or other fields that seem incompatible with their biker lifestyle. It's vital that being a member of the Hells Angels is not a full-time job. Many gang members had careers that led productive lives outside of the gang. While gang involvement may be a large part of their identity, it does not wholly define them. Like everyone else, members of the Hells Angels have a wide range of professional interests and skills. Some may work in blue-collar industries such as construction or manufacturing, while others may work in finance or technology. It's worth noting that some participants may have had difficulty finding and maintaining traditional employment due to criminal records or gang affiliation. For example, in 2016, it was revealed that a member of the Hells Angels was working as a paramedic in British Columbia. Despite belonging to the club, he was able to maintain a successful career under high pressure and demand, which required a high degree of professionalism and responsibility. Also, in the early 2000s, a former member of the Ontario Hells Angels was hired as a police officer. Although he was eventually fired for misconduct, his ability to maintain membership in the club while working in law enforcement shows the secrecy and compartmentalization of some Hells Angels' lives. It's not just emergency services and law enforcement members of the Hells Angels who are able to keep their jobs. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to receive notifications whenever new crime-related videos are posted. Let's move on. But for the most part, a member of the Hells Angels who has a professional job is just like any other employee. They come to work, do their best work, and get paid. They may have colleagues who know they're involved in a gang, but in many cases, they keep their personal and professional lives separate. Although members of the Hells Angels are generally perceived as violent and dangerous individuals, there are many examples of members succeeding in their careers. For instance, Sonny Barker, one of the founders of the Hells Angels, has written several books and performed as an actor in addition to his gang involvement. After all, the careers of members of the Hells Angels are as varied as any other group, and their gang may complicate their jobs, but they still build successful careers. However, it's worth noting that gang-related criminal activity can have significant consequences for members who engage in illegal activities related to their jobs. Okay, dad joke time. So why do Hells Angels members cross the road with their careers? To get to the other side of the law! That was so bad. Please forgive us. And listen to the rest of this video. Secret relationships with other members outside the club. Biker gang members may also have private relationships with other members or people outside the club. These matters are likely to be kept secret and private due to concerns about the club's loyalty code and possible reprisals or punishment if revealed. However, there have always been rumors and reports of Hells Angels members having secret relationships with other members outside of the club. These relationships may be hidden from the other members, family members, and friends, and may include romantic or sexual relationships. One of the reasons why Hells Angels members can form secret relationships with other members outside of the club is because of the strict code of loyalty and brotherhood that the club emphasizes. Members are expected to place loyalty to the club above all other relationships and obligations, and any conduct deemed disloyal or contrary to the club's values may be subject to sanctions. I mean, you know what they say, right? Bros before hoes. In this case, forming a secret relationship with another member outside the club is a way to maintain a sense of connection and loyalty while fulfilling personal desires or needs. Members who engage in illegal or immoral behavior, whether related to a relationship or not, must be held accountable for their actions. The idea of Hells Angels members engaging in clandestine relationships with other members outside of the club is a complex and sensitive issue involving a number of ethical, legal, and interpersonal considerations. It's like a spider web. While a strong code of loyalty and brotherhood within the club can help these relationships develop, it is important to recognize that any criminal, immoral, or harmful behavior should not be tolerated or condoned. It's also important to recognize the potential damage that secrecy and mistrust can cause in relationships, and to encourage open communication and honesty in all types of relationships. That's more therapy. In general, the secret lives of biker gang members are complex and varied, and may include a number of activities and relationships unknown to the public, almost like a real marriage. Anyway, however, it is important to recognize that criminal behavior is often an important part of biker gang culture, and members may engage in illegal activities that harm themselves and others. And with that, we've come to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to CrimeFlicks for other videos that you are gonna love.